It was a still and misty morning in late autumn in the English countryside of Dorset. The air hung heavy with the scent of damp earth and fallen leaves, their golden and amber tones blanketing the narrow paths that wound through the sleepy village. A faint chill hinted at the coming of winter, curling into the collars of those few who dared an early walk. Among them was Mr. Thomas, a retired postman known to locals for his gentle smile and slow, thoughtful steps. For decades, he had delivered letters along these quiet lanes, and even now, long after hanging up his satchel, he walked the same familiar route each day behind his modest stone cottage, more out of habit than need. That morning, as he strolled beneath the ancient oak trees, something caught his eye, a subtle twitch of movement near the gnarled roots of a great oak. Curious, he approached, and his breath caught in his throat. Lying on the cold, damp ground was a tiny creature, no bigger than a thumb, a newborn squirrel, pink and hairless, its eyes still tightly shut, shivering against the biting chill. There was no sign of its mother. Without hesitation, Mr. Thomas gently scooped the fragile baby into his hands, wrapping it in his wool scarf. Back at his cottage, he warmed a soft towel by the fireplace, lined a shoebox with it, and carefully nestled the squirrel inside. He fetched a small dropper and began feeding it warmed goat's milk, drop by precious drop, through the long hours of the night. He named the squirrel Pip, after the faint, squeaky sound it made when hungry. Over the following days, Pip grew stronger. His tiny eyes opened, revealing glistening black orbs full of curiosity. Soon, he began to explore, hopping from cushions, climbing curtains, and scurrying along the windowsill. Perhaps most surprising was his bond with Bella, Mr. Thomas's aging Labrador. The old dog, long past her chasing days, welcomed the new companion with quiet grace. Pip would nestle deep into her thick fur for warmth. The two often found dozing side by side beneath the hearth's glow. Evenings took on a new rhythm. As the fire crackled and cast dancing shadows on the walls, Mr. Thomas would sit in his favorite armchair, reading by lamplight. Bella snored gently at his feet. Pip, ever affectionate, would curl up on his shoulder, occasionally nuzzling into the collar of his cardigan. The transformation was quiet but profound. The once lonely evenings were now filled with soft sounds of life. The little squirrel brought a lightness into Mr. Thomas's world that no one else had managed in years. For Pip, this cottage, this man, and this dog became his whole world. A warm, safe place where he was not just fed, but deeply loved. In a world that often moves too fast to notice the small and the fragile, the story of Mr. Thomas and Pip reminds us of something enduring, that sometimes the gentlest acts of compassion, offered in silence, can transform more than just one life.